Hi, Monica. What the heck is going on? Why did I just receive a bunch of boxes from you? And the contents is all your belongings? Are you planning on moving in or something?
You opened it? Why the hell would you do that? You've invaded my privacy. Keep your hands off my stuff.
What? Well, you didn't mention anything about sending 1,000,000 boxes to my house. I needed to know what they were. There's so many, they're blocking my door, you know. What are they?
I said hands off.
Well, can you explain why you've sent them? What the hell is going on? You can't send so many boxes unannounced. I don't live by myself, you know. Colin is going to be so confused when he sees this. Did you mean to send it to Mom so they could put them in your old room or something?
No, I didn't confuse the address. I meant to send it to your place because I'm moving in tomorrow. You, on the other hand, are moving out.
Come again? Are you drunk right now, or have you actually lost your mind? What kind of a joke is that?
Who said I was joking? I'm being serious. First of all, it was never fair that you get to live in that fancy high-rise apartment and not me. It's about time I get my turn. So I am kicking you out.
Monica, you need to knock it off. You are making absolutely no sense, and frankly, I think that it's rude. I mean, what the hell do you mean it's not fair? I worked to get where I am and not by myself. As I said earlier, Colin lives here with me. You know that. It's not up to you to decide that you move in or send your belongings without us knowing. On top of that, to kick me out? Give me a break, girl. I don't know what is going on with you, but I am officially worried for your health. You should get some help. Anyway, I am sending these boxes back your way. I'm sorry, but I can't accommodate you.
You are so oblivious, aren't you? You have it all wrong, Jane. I didn't just decide for myself. Colin knows what's happening.
Huh?
You want to know why? Because I am his girlfriend now. He told me to send my stuff and kick you out because he loves me, not you.
Monica? Seriously, you're starting to sound like a maniac. You're not making any sense. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm telling you that he wants to be with me and not you, you idiot. Get it? I'm in, you're out. Therefore, that apartment is mine now.
I am engaged to that man.
Well, let me be clear for you then. Things between you and Colin have been over for a long, long time.
Over? No, it hasn't. We still live together. How could it be?
Yes, it has. You see, Colin and I have been seeing each other for over a year behind your back. I'm sure you recall that he's been quite busy lately, coming home in the middle of the night or going on business trips all the time. Well, guess what? He was with me all those times. You had no idea, did you? He's done with you, Jane. He belongs to me now.
Are you being serious right now? So he's been cheating on me with you, my actual sister?
Well, since his main interest is me now, you could say that I've been letting him cheat on me with you. But we can skip that part because it's not going to be important anymore. Anyway, I'm sure you get the gist now, so start packing. You don't belong there anymore. We plan on getting engaged as soon as I move in. So we don't need any parasite hanging around.
Excuse me? You're calling me a parasite?
Well, clearly you are. Colin's told me what a cheap ass you are. You make him pay for everything from rent to groceries, and you keep all the money you make to yourself. You think you're special or something, don't you? Well, you're not. You're merely a parasite who sucks up Colin's money.
Wait a second, he said that to you? That he pays for everything?
Yes, he did. He tells me his true feelings about you all the time. He's also told me about how annoying you are, telling him what to do. You're so bossy to him. Plus, you used to be pretty, but you don't take care of yourself anymore. You only wear tired, baggy clothes with your messy hair. You never wear makeup like you used to. You've forgotten that you are a woman. He doesn't love you anymore because you're not attractive. Oh, and, he also said that you are so unappreciative, even though you live off his money. You're a horrible cook and bad at housekeeping, too.
Wow, he has a lot to say about me.
Yeah, he sure does. So, you see, you're unwanted. He prefers someone like me, a young, pretty girl with a good attitude. Someone who takes care of herself and her man, not a bossy old hag.
All right, fine then. I'll go. If that's what he thinks of me, I will have to end things with him right away.
Oh, good! Sister, you get it now. Please do. Quickly. I've been dying to tell you to get the hell out. It's finally happening. Oh, I can't wait till we start our new life together. Everything is going to be so great.
Colin, is it true? Have you been cheating on me with my sister?
Huh?
Monica just messaged me. She said that you've been seeing each other for over a year now, and that the plan is to kick me out of the apartment so that you two can live together.
Oh, well, I guess she couldn't wait then. I told her to wait until I break up with you out of courtesy. She's like that, isn't she? Once you get her excited, you can't stop her. It's kinda cute if you think about it.
Wow, Colin, you just admit everything then, yeah? Just like that?
Clearly, there's no point in acting stupid. I might as well be honest with you so we can get this done and over with.
Unbelievable. Is it true what you said about me too? That I live off your money and keep everything I make to myself? Or that I'm a terrible cook and bad at housekeeping?
You mean you're surprised to learn that I think of you that way? Of course it's true. It pretty much summarizes you, doesn't it? You're so dependent on my salary. Oh, and don't forget that you're also unappreciative and bossy as well. I realized that you were a mistake as soon as we started living together. It would be a nightmare to marry someone like you.
I see.
Your sister, on the other hand, is great. She's young and sweet. She knows how to respect a man, unlike you. It's hard to believe you two had the same upbringing.
Interesting. All right, so to clarify, you're ending things with me to be with my baby sister.
It's happening sooner than I initially planned, but yes, that is correct. My parents will understand, I'm sure. They'd prefer a sweet girl like Monica over a tight ass like you. Damn, it feels good to finally get you off my back.
Cool. Fine then. We're officially done, as you wish. I'm glad we haven't made any wedding plans, so no issues there. I'll take my stuff out of the apartment right away. I'll also take out the money I put in our joint account, and that'll be it. Thanks for everything. Have a good life.
You're such a sarcastic bitch. Whatever, I don't care as long as you're leaving. The sooner you leave, the sooner I get to restart my life with Monica. I can't wait to live with her, so be quick.
Oh, don't worry. I will be gone by the end of the day. I can't stay another minute longer in this house, surrounded by your stuff. I just have one thing to say, as a friendly note. Good luck surviving each other. I'll be waiting to hear how long you two last. I'm betting myself less than 3 months.
Jane, baby, how are you, my dear? Listen, there's something I need to say to you. I don't know how else to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. Baby, I'm so sorry. I was wrong about everything. Please, come back to me. I can't live another day without you. I need you back. Help me. I'm begging you.
See? 3 months. I told you. I should add profit to my title.
Jane, I am serious. You won't believe what's happening here. The kitchen and bath, they're completely ruined. It's like something exploded in them or something. They're so filthy. In the kitchen, all the pans are burnt black and just sitting there. I don't think there's a single plate that isn't broken. Every piece of food in the fridge is rotten and it smells horrible. The bath is clogged up and the bubbles won't stop overflowing from the washing machine. The toilet's disgusting too. And the entire house, it's just full of things everywhere. Please, I don't know what to do. Help me.
It's Monica, isn't it? She has no clue about a single chore. She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to clean. Nothing, because she never even helped. She is useless when it comes to housekeeping. In fact, she probably doesn't even know that people work hard to keep their houses clean. She thinks there's a fairy to do all that.
You knew she was this bad? Why didn't you tell me that before?
How did you not know? I thought you two were seeing each other for over a year behind my back. Well, I guess you were too busy sleeping with her. It's too bad you had to wait till you lived with her to find out. But hey, Now you know. She's a disaster, isn't she? She almost burnt down her apartment before. And her room was always filthy. My mom had to clean it for her because she refused. Even after she left my parents' house, my mom had to go to her apartment every weekend to clean for her. I told her to stop spoiling my sister, but she was too afraid that Monica was going to damage her apartment or something and get in serious trouble with the landlord. My sister was so bad that my mom became totally paranoid.
I don't believe this. You never said anything about Monica being such a disaster. And she told me before that she was great wife material. She said she was a better cook than you and that she was a very tidy person.
Well, what do you think? Can't you tell she was totally lying? I mean, it's bad enough that you have to ask me for help, right?
It is! This place, it's barely livable. I'm gonna have to get a plumber to fix the bath and the toilet, but I can't pay for it. I don't have any cash left this month.
Oh, that's too bad. But hey, it was your choice, wasn't it? Monica doesn't have any money or any housekeeping skills, but she's young and sweet, right? That's what you like in a girl, wasn't it? So you should let her off the hook. You let her be the young and sweet, free-spirited girl.
You know that's not what I really meant, Jane. Even if it was back then, I see now that her youth is not going to solve my issue. I can't live like this. Baby, listen, I'm sorry. I truly am. I never should have let you go. I know I was an idiot. I didn't realize how much you used to do for me until now. Please, come back. I miss your warm, delicious meals. Please.
Nope, not happening. Clearly, you only think of me as your maid.
Baby, that is not true. I love you. Hear me out, please.
Don't you ever baby me. And for the record, I do not love you. I know you don't love me either, so stop pretending. Like I said, you made your choice 3 months ago. You said you didn't want a bossy woman like me and chose Monica, so have fun. Try to make the best of it, perhaps. At least until she stays young. Bye. Jane, hey, you need to answer me right now. What the hell is this? What did you do? What now, Monica? It's quite amazing how you still have the nerve to message me. What the hell do you want from me? Why do I have a payment notice in my hand right now? It says I have to leave this apartment if I don't pay on time? What do I do, Jane? How the hell am I supposed to deal with this? You don't know how to deal with something, so you come to me and not Colin? I didn't think you two were that stupid. But I guess you guys are a good couple. I mean, you clearly think alike. Shut up and help your little sister out, Jane. I'm not interested in your sarcasm right now. I don't know why our rent hasn't been paid. Colin should have taken care of it. He left to visit his parents last night and hasn't come home since. I can't get a hold of him to ask what is going on. Do you know why? Well, the rent gets withdrawn from the joint account Colin and I used to have. When you and him kicked me out, I, of course, took out the money that I ever put in there. So I'm assuming after 3 months, the account must be empty by now. I knew it! You bitch! You stole our money! Give it back, you thief! Put it back in the account right now, or I'm calling the police! I beg your pardon? Don't you dare call me a thief! I only took out what I put into that account. It belonged to me in the first place. Seriously, did you expect me to give it up to 2 assholes who kicked me out of my own house? Well, it doesn't make any sense. You must have taken out more than you put in there because Colin said he put money in the account. He said he did last month, too. So then how could it be empty? Do you know how much he was putting in the account? No. Well, you should teach him that he can't live in a high-rise apartment building for $500 a month. Huh? I bet he's only been putting $500 into the account like he always has. What a moron. He thinks he lives in a dorm or something. You should use this opportunity to educate him on the real costs of living. He's an adult now. He can't assume $500 is going to cover everything. Well, duh. He knows that, of course. He's a grown man. What the hell are you talking about? Ah, well, my little sister, I am really glad you, at least, understand $500 is not going to cut it. It's too bad, though, because I'll tell you, your man actually doesn't. He's a spoiled bastard who used to live with his mom up until he moved in with me, and that's the amount he paid his mom every month. It stayed that amount even after moving in with me. So he thinks $500 is enough anywhere he lives. He's probably not even interested in finding out the true cost.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. Besides, he only makes like $3,000 a month, so he shouldn't be living there in the first place. But when we decided to live together, he wouldn't budge on it. I told him so many times that we should live somewhere that matches our income. He wouldn't listen, though. And me, being a blind fool, eventually agreed to cover for most of the cost.
$3,000? Get out. That can't be true. That's not even enough to cover for a month.
I told him that, too. I did that math for him and asked if he was going to be able to pay half the rent every month with what he makes. But then after asking a bunch of times, he got pissed off, claiming that I was hurting his feelings. He even told his mom. And then his mom, being the nuthead that she is, calls me up and lectures me on how I should respect a man. It was the worst thing ever. So I stopped saying anything about his money. Honestly, I wish I could go back in time and punch myself. I was so young and naive. I should have known that he was never worth it.
So then how the hell was the rent ever paid?
I was paying most of it, of course. How else could we have lived there?
That's not what he told me. He said that you were completely dependent on his income.
Well, that's not true. I think he kind of made himself believe that. But in reality, he was the one who was completely dependent on my income. All he ever paid was $500 a month, and the rest he spent on himself. And yet he never did any chores. So, you tell me now, who's the parasite? Not me, clearly.
No. You've got to be kidding me. This is not happening.
Sucks to be you. For me, it was actually the best timing that you guys kicked me out. It was never going to work out between me and Colin. Our finances were so different, and it was clear that I wasn't going to get along with his crazy family. So I guess I have you to thank. It was a huge wake-up call. And you gave me the opportunity to end things with him smoothly. Anyway, I hope you and Colin can find a way to pay for rent, or for anything.
Wait, Jane, this is insane. I literally cannot pay. I didn't know Colin was lying to me. If I had known that he was financially dependent on you, I never would have taken him. He tricked me.
Monica, sweetie, you called me a parasite, and yet you were trying to live off of his making too? That sounds awfully hypocritical to me. Well, like I said, he has no such money, so it's faster if you go find yourself a job.
A job? What? I can't work. I don't know how. Come on, Jane. Help your sweet little sister out. It'll be the end if I get kicked out of this apartment. I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't have any money. I'll end up on the streets. Please come back and live with us, perhaps until we get ourselves back on our feet. Surely you don't want your baby sister to become homeless.
You actually think I care? I'm not helping you. It's not my problem if you end up on the streets. In fact, I think you deserve it. Goodbye, Monica. I doubt we will ever speak again. Soon after our last conversation, Monica drove hours to Colin's parents' house to confront him about his lies. He pretended he wasn't there and had his mother talk to Monica instead, which really pissed her off. She got into a huge fight with his crazy mother on their front porch. The fight got so out of hand that the neighbors eventually called the cops. Once the cops arrived, Colin finally came out, but Monica's confrontation was so intense that it scared Colin enough for them to finally break up as a couple. Through a third person, they agreed to split the bill for the unpaid rent, as well as the cost of damages done to the apartment. However, the apartment being a suite, the payment for the damages cost them much more than expected. Desperate, Monica visited my parents to seek help, but furious of what she had done to me, they refused and kicked her out of their house. My mom later told me that Monica was on her knees, begging and crying, but my parents decided that it was their job to teach Monica a lesson once and for all. On the other hand, Colin, being the spoiled ass that he is, was able to get help from his mom to pay for everything. But still having the desire to live with someone who would pay for most of his living costs and do all the housework, he showed up to my work and begged me to take him back. My colleagues, who knew what happened between him and I, thought it was hilarious and began to insult him in front of everyone, calling him names like the parasite, mama's boy, and the $500 dude. Colin was so embarrassed that he took off and never showed up again. I don't really know what changed him so much during the past few years. Despite his crazy desire to live in a luxury apartment, he had some kindness and modesty when I first met him. But I guess the environment can easily change someone. I regret not being able to see or stop his absurdity much sooner, but now that it's over, I simply hope they do better next time. Since the breakup, my life has been great and carefree. Because I don't have Colin to take care of anymore, I've been able to focus on work and deliver better results than before, which has led me to land a promotion that I've been hoping for the last few years. I sometimes wonder why I made such a poor decision to stay with Colin. But now that it's done and over with, I am glad I will never waste any minute more than I already have. And now that I really have the money to myself, I enjoy every bit of it in my very own luxury apartment.
Ashley, big problem. It's about Jamie.
What? Oh, Naya. Good morning. What happened with Jamie?
I'm sorry for saying something the morning of your wedding that's going to be really bad news to you, but Jamie's car ended up having a flat tire on his way there.
Wait, really?
He was just pulling out of his driveway when he noticed the flat, and he's been looking at it ever since. He came and told me to give you a call since I happen to be the closest person living to him that knows you. I'm sorry, but he's asking you to come out here and pick him up right now to take him to your wedding venue today while his car gets taken to the shop.
Understood.
Oh, and from now on, can you just contact me if you have any more questions? He's calling with one of his friends right now that works for a car shop, and he's going to have to be on the phone for some time talking to them. He also told me that after this call, he's going to have to wait for a call back from them about getting a truck out here to tow his car.
Sounds good. Thanks for contacting me about this, Naya. I'm leaving my house right now, and I can be over there to get him really soon.
Yo, Ashley, are you still not on your way to this restaurant to have our wedding? I'm here with the rest of my family right now waiting to see you here. Jesus, I can't believe you're gonna pull a stunt like this, putting your name down as the most pain-in-the-butt bride there ever was. If you're gonna be late today, at least tell me that. I'm gonna start getting things ready over here for the wedding while I wait for you. You have to understand that we're throwing a wedding in a restaurant where we reserved the whole place, which means a lot of money is going into it that I do not want to waste playing around with you. If you're not here soon, I'm gonna cancel this wedding without any hesitation. Understand? Get your butt here now! Time is up. I've gone and ended this wedding with you. And in your place, I'm gonna get married to Naya. Both my parents and hers have talked everything out, so even if you make it here now, it's far too late for you to do anything to change this. I even made sure to tell the staff here not to let you in if you come, so forget even trying. Jesus. Now I'm gonna have to get a divorce and everything before I can do anything with Naya. And then you and your familyless butt can sit there and rot away by yourself. Your lack of responsibility is gonna go down with your name in history as the worst thing ever about you. Also, there's a high chance that you've been cheating on me this whole time. Just a second ago, Naya was acting all strange, talking about how she wanted to say something about it, but she couldn't decide whether or not to. But then she came up to me crying that she had seen you with another man having sexual relations with one another. Thankfully, this wedding is being held at the restaurant one of my friends happens to own, so it was all too easy for me to tell him and the staff that I'd now be getting married to Naya instead of you. With that, as I had just said, I'm making Naya my wife now. And as for you, I'm gonna make sure to get every cent that I can out of you in a settlement.
My plan to get Jamie to want to marry me today was a success. You being such a simpleton without a worry in the world really helped my plan go smoothly for me. To tell you the truth, I was lying about Jamie's car ever having a flat tire that prevented him from going to the wedding. When I told you about that, he was already on his way to the restaurant wedding and didn't actually need you coming to his place to pick him up. And then, when you showed up looking for him in his car, I was able to push you into his garage and close it on you, locking you inside of it. So that was my first mission completed. And now I'm working on completing my second mission today. I was able to make it to the restaurant just in time to find him in the changing room all worked up over you not arriving yet. And there I told him another lie about how I'd seen you having sex with another man recently and are cheating on Jamie. And just like that, all the anger he had vanished, and he ran into my arms. I told him that if he were with me, I would never cheat on him or come late to a really important event like our wedding before asking him to marry me. And he took me in his arms and told me yes. That right there was the moment that two longtime friends who had never been anything more than that tied the knot of love and became a couple. So, with all that said, until this wedding is over with, you're going to be waiting in his garage quietly for me, please. What the heck? Naya, you went and tricked me into coming out here? And you took my place as Jamie's bride? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Well, hello, Ashley. So you managed to get out of his garage? After smashing into the door on the side of it over and over again, I was able to break it down. Wow. So you're like some kind of a beast now or something. Scary. I ran back to my car and grabbed my phone that I'd left in there to see what all I had missed. All of this... Why, Naya? Why would you do this to me? Going and taking my place as the bride at my wedding? What kind of BS are you thinking? I did it because I love Jamie, of course. Ever since he and I were born, we've been with one another. Yet sometime later, you barged in the way of me and took him. You are a serious nuisance. You're saying that I barged in and took him from you? Stop trying to make me seem like some kind of a monster, okay? Also, all you and him ever were longtime friends and nothing more. Sure, you both have been close to one another, but neither of you did anything with one another before I came, and he even said it himself that he wasn't into you much. If you really loved him as much as you say you do, then why the hell didn't you open up about your feelings for him before all of this happened? Shut your mouth. Also, it's too late for you now. He and I have tied the knot with one another, and just a second ago, I stood in the place of you in your wedding dress cutting the cake. Jamie also made sure to have the name on the cake changed from yours to mine after he heard that you cheated on him. Jamie told me that he was happy to have me becoming his bride today, and he'd forever cherish this moment. Huh? And just like that, I'm now his wife. Then that would mean my dress. Oh, that's right. I'm going to wear your dance dress you had ready as well soon, so that I don't have to go home and get one of my own. Thankfully, you and I are both the same size all around, so I didn't have to worry about the wedding or dance dress today. You bitch. These are both rentals, so stop getting all worked up about me wearing them. They're not rentals. What? Both of those dresses are dresses that a dear friend of mine out in France made for me and then sent to the U.S. Both of them together are close to $15,000. Huh? Since you think you can just take everything from me after having locked me in a garage, I'm going to make you pay. What? Well, so what, I guess. I'm sure that Jamie will step in and do something for me there. At least for me, once this wedding and party are all over with, he and I can go to the courthouse and get married to one another for real. Once the wedding and party are over with? In other words, you're going straight there to do all that paperwork? That's right. We already made sure to fill out all the paperwork before we got the wedding on the road, so all we have to do afterwards is take them into the courthouse and hand them in. Jamie and I are both married right now, though. What? You didn't know about that? Huh? We haven't moved in with one another yet, but 2 weeks ago we went to the courthouse and handed in the papers to get married. You're kidding me! So,
all of this crap you sent me about completing your plan to lock me away in Jamie's garage and take that wedding from me so that you can be married to him, I'm sending screenshots of right now.
What? Hold on a sec.
Also, while we've been talking here, I've been looking into something. While you were pushing me into the garage and closing the door and locking it on me, my car's drive recorder captured it all on tape.
Your car has a drive recorder on it?
I wonder how he's going to react to watching all of that, right?
Stop that!
What the heck is all this? Are you serious about this? Naya went and did all of this to you?
Jamie, have you read through all the screenshots that I sent you?
Ashley! So the reason you never showed up here or said anything to me about being late is because of this? That freaking bitch, Naya! How dare she do all of that to us? All because she wanted to marry me? What the heck did she do to my wife?
Right, she really is a total bitch for all the things she's done. But on the day of our wedding, you not being able to get a hold of me before the wedding started could have been because I was in an accident or really sick or who knows. There are plenty of scenarios where I could have been in trouble and had no way of texting you about what happened to me. But you never once thought that any of those could have been the reason for me not showing up, right? Me not showing up to the wedding equaled me not being someone you can trust in your head. And then your friend Naya comes in and says a few things which you believe almost immediately and tell her that you're going to marry her instead of me? And then change the whole wedding to make her your bride instead of me? Also, you did something there, didn't you? A lot of things, actually. All I thought I had to do was break out of that garage that I was locked into by Naya and get to my phone so that I could contact you. And when I did get out, all I thought I needed was to get to the wedding as soon as possible as not to worry you any longer. But when I went and read everything on my phone...
Ashley, the thing is, after I saw the truth and why you weren't ever able to make it, I knew that I still wanted to be married to you. And I'm going to cut ties to Naya as well. And as for this wedding today, you and I can start over and do everything I already did today with you. If you really want to, we can go overseas this time for the wedding and make it a very fancy one, having everything you ever wanted there. All right? That shouldn't be a problem for you, right?
How would that solve anything, Jamie?
What?
Instead of even asking me what happened and trying to talk with any of my friends about why I wasn't there yet, you started to criticize me over text and lash out like I've never seen you do before. And then you started to go on about how I cheated on you based on what Naya said. And then you told me that you would be having the wedding with your longtime friend instead of me since I hadn't shown up yet and that you'd be divorcing me. Well, you know what, Jamie? We are getting that divorce now, like you said.
A divorce?
I'm going to get myself a lawyer, and then I'm going to make sure I get a settlement from you.
Wait!
I'm going to drive you into the ground over what you've done today.
No, wait, come on now. Today at your wedding, all of your friends that came said that what I was doing was insane, and all began to leave before the wedding actually started. If you divorce me now, them all having the wrong idea about me will only make things harder for you, correct?
Well, here's the thing. All of my friends have been talking about what happened today in our group chat. And I already explained to them what happened between you and Naya and I.
Huh?
So all of my friends know the truth about you and don't have the wrong idea whatsoever.
Are you joking right now? In that group is the daughter of my company's CEO?
That's right. She happened to be a friend of mine from university that I wanted to come to the wedding today. And she told me that she was going to have a word with all your coworkers later on that you had at your wedding today so that they would understand what happened.
What the hell is she thinking? And why were you not thinking about my position in the company before letting her do that?
Listen, bud, did something happen to you? Are you all right? Neither of those things came from you before you automatically started to dig into me and then say you'd marry Naya. That's what I thought my husband would be asking me instead of getting pissed off like you did. I just wanted you to worry about me in case I did get into an accident or something. After breaking out of your garage, I went and looked through all those things you said about me, calling me names and things like that, and saying that I'd been cheating on you. I can't believe you anymore. As for the divorce, I'll have my lawyer get in touch with you in a few days. They'll be the one to give you the paperwork as well.
Ashley?
Goodbye forever. After that, I had my lawyer do all the talking with Jamie as I could no longer stand him anymore. It took a long time for anything to get anywhere in terms of the divorce, up until one day we noticed that Naya was pregnant. And upon further investigation, it turned out that the baby was Jamie's. And that was the end of our discussions as the divorce was then forced to happen. And in the end, Jamie and Naya got married to one another officially. Just like she'd wanted, she had the man she'd always loved and been around. But at the same time, she would be paying for my dresses that she wore and the settlement that I was getting from her and Jamie. They would both pay me everything within a week of one another, and my lawyer told me that they both had to borrow a lot of money to do so, and went into some pretty heavy debt. And not too long after that, her and Jamie were both told by all their friends that they were nothing to them anymore. As for Jamie's parents, both of them told him that he had lied to them about why he was making Naya his bride at the wedding, and said they wouldn't forgive him for that. And that led to them disowning him. With nobody supporting their marriage, and them not even being in love with one another anymore, it took only half a year of going through hell for them to get a divorce. And then they both ran away to different parts of the state, never talking to one another again. The only good thing that came out of that mess was Jamie's parents taking the baby that Jamie and Naya had and not letting him see it anymore. As for myself, I made sure to have Jamie pay for the whole entire wedding as well. So I was the only one who actually gained money from the whole ordeal. And although it was heartbreaking for me at first, I am still very young and have plenty more time to find a true man that loves me, which I can marry. However, for the time being, I'm going to put finding a new man on the back burner and use some of this money to take a few trips around the world like I've always wanted to do. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Yo, Lisa! It was nice seeing you again today. 17 years now since the last time we made contact with one another, right? I'm sure seeing me come out of nowhere like that was quite the surprise for you.
Nice seeing you as well, Troy. Now, what do you want with me?
Huh?
I'm asking what my ex-husband, the man that said he should be married to a younger woman after all, before stabbing me in the back and running off with my little sister, wants from me. You were following me all afternoon, going on and on about how you had something to ask me about Rebecca, and that's why I'm responding to you now, because I have no other choice. And just a reminder, after you tell me what you wanted to say and ask, I'm going to be deleting your contact info again and don't want to see you anymore.
Oh, that's right. About Rebecca.
I heard that you both broke up with one another 1 year after you left me for her. But that was 16 years ago, so why do you want to ask about her now?
That was just an excuse.
Huh?
I had to say something in order for you to eventually give me your number like that. But even before that, I had to actually find out where you were living now and come out here and hang out around the area waiting to run into you. And I can't believe that even worked out for me to begin with. Sure, you're 17 years older now, and that age is really beginning to show, but you still have that same old face, which made it so easy for me to recognize you.
Do you have nothing better to do right now? Why the hell would you come out around my house waiting for me to come out?
I wanted to show you how happy I'm living right now.
Huh?
Right now, I'm about to start going out with this super young and super hot girl.
Oh, now I'm really not curious.
Just listen for 2 seconds. Her name is Lanny, and she's a college student. She's currently working part-time at a ramen restaurant called Rama close to Hartford Station.
What? Did you say Rama?
It's a pretty famous restaurant in that part of the city, so you have to know it as well, right?
Well, I do know about it. But a girl named Lonnie working at Rama?
Right. Just her name alone is super cute, right?
I also happen to know the owner of Rama, by the way. And that Lonnie you're speaking of is still in high school. So...
What? But I was told by a frequent customer to that place that the owner's daughter is a college student. He said she's available and everything right now, and that I definitely have a chance with her.
And Lonnie happens to be the owner's niece. The owner's daughter left the state last year to go to some college out in Boston. She was also staying at her grandma's house while in high school, so there was no way you were seeing her while she was still around. So that has to be the high schooler you're talking about.
Ah, is that right?
By the way, Lonnie's dad also happens to work at that restaurant.
Wait, really?
And he happens to be younger than you.
What?
If you understand what I'm saying now, then stop thinking such depraved thoughts about a high school student and stop going out to Rama, please.
She has a father who's younger than me?
Thank God I was here to tell you the truth before you went and committed a crime.
Ugh. Yo!
What? What this time? Is there something else you're wanting to bug me about?
Yesterday, I was so shocked over the things you told me that I never had the chance to talk with you about the one thing I needed to say.
Is that so? Well, if you want something from me, hurry up and say it. Right now, I'm in the middle of my very important break from work, trying to relax and not think about things.
Ah, so you really are working now?
Yes, I'm working.
I see. I knew that would be the case.
What the hell is this?
You're gonna be a single old hag forever, right?
What? Wait, what the hell did you just say? You think it's okay to be saying rude things like that at your age? Me being single right now or married right now has nothing at all to do with you, Troy.
That's not totally true, though, because I know that I'm correct when I say that you don't seem to be married at all.
Why would you think that?
Because the guy who saw you the other day said that you're living in a one-bedroom condo right now that's meant for young and single adults to be living in.
And you assume that that's my house?
Well, it has to be, right?
Hey, what the hell is this all about, Troy? All of today and yesterday, you lied to me in order to start a conversation with me. And then you started to brag about how you'd be going out with a high schooler of all people. You told me all you wanted was to brag about how happy your life is right now, yet you're back speaking to me again after all that was said and done yesterday? It's been 17 whole years now since you and I got divorced, so what the hell is your goal now?
Well, after that little embarrassing thing I brought up with you yesterday, I thought I'd stop right then and there and never talk to you again. But this morning I realized something.
What?
Lisa, about you. The fact that you're still single at the moment means that you must still have some feelings for me, right?
Huh? No frickin' way would I ever hold any feelings for a man that backstabbed me like you did for the past 17 years.
Are you sure about that? Then why are you still working like that?
There are tons of women who are married and still work a job.
But you're not married. You're still a single old hag.
Who the hell ever said that?
Which means you still have feelings for me, right?
I do not, all right? Shut the hell up, man.
Hey, want to get remarried to me?
Huh?
You and I, we're really getting up there in age now, right? I'm sure this is all moving along way too fast for someone like you, but I've had to start thinking about what my life will be like once I've retired. And when you think about yourself being a single woman in your 70s, don't you feel hopeless and alone?
How about you stop assuming that I'm single when I never said anything about whether or not I'm married right now?
But you not giving me an answer right now means that you're too embarrassed to tell me the truth, right? In other words, you're still single after the last 17 years.
Jesus frickin' Christ. The only reason I haven't said anything is because talking with you is a pain in the ass.
Huh? A pain in the ass?
What the hell is the point of explaining my life to some asshole who cheated on me with my little sister? That's why I haven't told you anything about myself. But I can see now that not telling you anything is far worse for me, as you're just going to assume now the person I am, which is even more annoying. So I'll explain things.
What?
To start, take a look at this picture.
What is this a picture of? Why does she look like you in a gown and cap?
That's a photo of me graduating from university.
Huh? But aren't you and I the same age and everything?
After I divorced you, I went back to university. I thought that it was time for me to study some more and make something out of my life.
But at the age you were at, wasn't that a bit of a pain? Going to university after you had to get a divorce from your husband?
I have the right to do whatever the hell I want after you left me for my sister. After you were gone, I had gone back to university to study. I was finally able to get the kind of job I'd been wanting. And what's even better than that, I was able to meet my current husband there.
Your current husband? But you're single right now.
Next is this picture.
What's this?
Those are wedding bands.
What?
And considering that these bands are much different designs than the ones you got back when we were married, you can tell that I was given mine by someone else, right?
Then you're seriously married right now?
Now you take a look at this picture. That is my current husband playing with our toddler.
What?
I didn't want you seeing what they both look like now, so that's a picture I took of them a few years ago when my daughter was a toddler. But as you can see, I have a husband now that I've been married to, and we had a daughter together. My husband also happens to understand that I enjoy working the kind of job I have right now. And both his mom and dad are very loving people that treat me like I'm a daughter of theirs rather than an object.
So you're really married then?
I really am. And for the longest time now, I've been enjoying life with them.
Then why do you have a condo right now that's meant for a single person? Don't tell me you have issues with your husband now and have been taking another man there to make love to him secretly. If that's really the case, then make me that secret lover of yours instead.
It's undeniable now that you've become this disgusting wreck of an old geezer now. Listen. Have you not yet noticed that the condo you speak of was just an Airbnb?
What?
From time to time, I'm having to travel a little ways out of town for work, and there is nobody in the area I can stay with. So I thought instead of getting a hotel, I'd be better off staying at an Airbnb like that one. So after talking with my company, they said I could have a room there instead of in a hotel. That's all.
So you were on a business trip?
Yep, and that right there is what's happened to me these past 17 years. Now that you're aware of everything, you shouldn't need to bother me anymore, right?
No, wait, but...
In conclusion, you have nothing to do with my life now, and I will not include you in it.
What?
Bye-bye.
Yo, Lisa, get out here right now!
Wait, what?
I just need this place while you're here for business, so let me come live in there with you!
Huh?
I don't have anywhere else to live right now, so please let me live in there with you! And as a thank you for doing that, I'll eat you out tonight and every night!
Screw off. I already finished my business trip now and am back home with my husband and kid. Right now there's nobody in that condo.
What did you say? You told me before that you were going to be around for 1 month, right?
No, I didn't. I was only there for the week, and that ended 2 days ago.
Are you kidding me?
By the way, Troy, before you came to the condo today looking for me, you went and made a move on that Rebecca, right?
What?
I was just about to tell her to look out for you, but she told me that you already stopped by. You made the mistake of thinking that she was single when you went in to talk to her. You told her that you'd been kicked out by the woman you'd been living with for 10 years and said you'd get back together with her as long as she took care of you, right? But then you noticed that she had a middle school son with her that she had to walk away with after you approached her, right?
You know all about that, too?
My sister told me she never expected you to come out where I'd be so many years later, and said sorry for not saying anything to me sooner about you.
Are you guys actually talking to one another again? The two sisters that ruined my life and left me for dead have...
Hearing you say that about us is not right at all. After having taken you from me 17 years ago and then being thrown out by you a year later, my sister's eyes were open to a lot of things. She actually went out to my parents' house not too long after all that happened between you two and apologized to them. I haven't been around my parents' place for some time now, so I wasn't able to meet with her then when she did that. But she continued to try and get in touch with me, wanting to apologize each and every time for what she'd done. I'm not saying that her and I are 100% okay with one another again, but we're at least to the point now where we can talk with one another again over the phone if we need to.
No freaking way!
And with that, this is really it. Don't you ever bother any of us ever again.
Lisa, about a place for me to live.
Screw you.
Lisa!
Goodbye forever. A few days later, I received a phone call from Troy's older brother. Apparently, his older brother is the one who owns his parents' house now, after they had both passed away years ago. Troy went and sold all of his belongings in order to get the money to afford a plane ticket and go all the way back there to live with his older brother. By the time he had made it home to see his brother and his family, he looked like he had fought a war as he began to tell his brother what all had happened. However, his older brother found the story very creepy and told Troy that he never wanted to let him into their house again. But, being his older brother, he did go and ask a friend of his to help Troy out by giving him a new job. And so, after a night of having to sleep out in the shed, Troy's brother came out and grabbed him by the neck before throwing him into a van that took him away to a new location in a dorm room. Without even knowing what had happened to him, Troy was in a new world, working a job he never even asked to do. Troy was also asked to pay his brother back close to $30,000, as that was the amount he'd paid to help Troy out with his divorce and everything 17 years before, after he had cheated on me. Now Troy's in the process of working a very tough job in order to pay that off, while also being disciplined and straightened out by a bunch of big guys he has to work alongside. As for myself, I'm back at home still with my husband and daughter, enjoying the peace and quiet again after blocking Troy's number and never hearing from him again. I'm still at a loss as to what happened over those couple of days with him, but I was never actually worried about him being able to find my family and I, because we don't even live anywhere close to that city, hence me staying in that Airbnb when I have to go on business trips. And when it comes to the relationship between my sister and I know it's not all that strong yet, but over time I'm sure I'll be able to see her in person again. Just give me a few more years, and by then I might even be willing to consider her a part of my family, and let her see my daughter and husband. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Aspen, do you have a second? I have something I really need to talk with you about. Oh, hi, Lily. What are you wanting to talk about at 8 p.m.? Can you let me come stay the night tonight? What? I was kicked out of my boyfriend's house just a second ago. What? Wasn't he the man you were getting ready to marry, though? Yeah, that's the one. You were going on and on about how you'd never let him get away from you, though, because he has all that money. Yet now you've been kicked out of his house? What happened there? To tell you the truth, I got pregnant on accident. You're pregnant? So then what got you kicked out of his place was... That's right.
it's not his baby that I'm pregnant with. What the hell do you think you're doing, Lily? I know that in the past you were a bit of a wild card when it came to men, but you're still up to that crap? Hey, come on now. It's too late for us to be talking about all of that. No, it's not, Lily. What you've done is going to affect you for the rest of your life now. All right. Shut up now and let me come over. Having to be pregnant and walking around in the streets at night is tough for me. Well, just get your butt over here. Can I start to tell Mom and Dad about all of this so that we can figure out what we're going to do with you? What? You plan to tell them both about this? Well, of course I do. They both need to know. And we're going to have to hear about who the real father of that child you're carrying is, too. It's all such a pain in the ass, though. You're the one that asked for it all. Well, right now I'm heading over to your place. I should be there soon, so have the door open for me. Jeez, oh Pete's. Just be careful on your way over here. Aspen, you can do this on your way home, but could you buy me some snacks, please? You want me to buy you some snacks? All of the snacks you had in the cupboard here? Well, I went and ate them all already. You went and ate all of that which was in there? Some of the symptoms that I've been getting make me feel really hungry all the time and give me an appetite for sweet and salty things. I get that some women have that when they're pregnant. Last night you were also going through the fridge eating random things in there, right? If you start eating too much, it's not going to be good for your health. Just shut up and bring me more snacks. Not happening. I have heard from a lot of people, including medical professionals, that gaining a lot of weight while pregnant is not a good thing. So could you please think about that a bit more while avoiding all that food? What? You're so stingy. By the way, Lily, how long do you plan on staying at my house? What? I've been asking you over and over again about who the father of that baby is, but you just keep beating around the bush about it and dodging all my questions. Mom and Dad told you already that if you're not going to talk to me about what happened, they want you to get out of my house and go back to their place, right? They told me that they have your old room all cleaned up and ready for you, so you need to go back there before your belly gets too big and it's hard for you to move around. I'm not going back to the countryside. Listen, Lily, this isn't just my house that you're living in right now, but also my husband Roland's house. I already feel bad enough that he has to hear about all the drama you've created in the family now getting pregnant like that. But neither of us want you sitting around in this house when you're the one that caused all of this drama. Then how about you get out of the house? Excuse me? Here's the thing. Actually, the father of this baby inside me will probably be coming around to talk with you about it. There was just a few things that had to be done first, and that's why I never said anything to you about him. Things that had to be done. I'll go into a lot more detail about all of this later with my baby's father. Well, if you're finally going to open up and talk, that's all that really matters. Now, make sure to bring me those snacks home. Not happening. Lily, can we talk for a minute? What is it? I'm at the front of the house right now, but, my key isn't able to turn the lock to open the door. I wonder if the lock is broken or something? Lily, you're inside the house right now, correct? I'm sorry to have to ask you to get up, but could you please come and open the door for me? Nope, I can't open that door. Excuse me? Because we went and had the lock changed for a new one. Which is why your key no longer works on the front door. What are you going on about right now? I'm not going to let you into this house right now. I can't, that's all. Lily? Are you upset with me because I said I wouldn't be stopping to get you any snacks on the way home from work? I actually don't really care about that anymore. I went out and got some snacks of my own. Then what the hell is this about? Why are you not coming to let me into my own house? This house is both Roland's and mine, and we have been living here together ever since we got married. And to be frank, there is no reason you should be kicking me out of my own house right now when all you do is lay around. I see. You just think that I'm laying around here. Lily, if you don't stop acting out like that right now, I am actually going to get pissed off, all right? The one that should stop acting like a total idiot is you, actually.
Excuse me?
Because the one that actually went and changed the lock to this house was Roland himself.
Wait, Roland did this?
Today, Roland left work earlier than usual after using some of his PTO to be here. He wanted to be back here before you so that he could prepare to have you kicked out of the house for good.
I'm being kicked out of my own house then?
We made sure to send all your things that were here to your mom and dad's house for you. And the moving services will charge you once they have everything moved into their house, so please make sure to pay them.
What the hell are you saying right now? I literally have no clue what this is all about, Lily.
You still aren't catching on to what I've been hinting at? You should have been wondering why I've been here laying around your house all this time instead of going back to mom and dad's place. Right?
What?
Come on already. You're such a dumbass that I can't get anywhere with you anymore. So I'll just go ahead and tell you what's happened.
Tell me what's happened.
This baby that I've been pregnant with for a bit now's father is your husband, Roland.
What? Hold it right there. Why would you say that Roland is the father? Why the hell would he be the father?
You're so shocked, aren't you? This is getting so entertaining for me now.
Not a single thing about what you're doing and saying is entertaining for me, though.
Since I'm sure that you won't trust what I'm saying about your own husband being the father of my baby right now, allow me to send you a picture to prove things first.
What is this?
This is Roland and I on the couch after he came and brought me a bouquet to celebrate 1 year of being together with one another.
1 year? So what you're saying is that you've been going out with Roland around the same time he and I got married to one another?
That's exactly right. So with all of that in mind now, I'm going to be the one giving birth to the person who will take over Roland's company after he retires, so you don't have to bother with him anymore.
What? Roland's company?
From today onwards, he and I will be treating this house as our earthly paradise, and there is nothing you can do to stop us. Actually, you just being around the house right now is a bother to me. So could you please get lost now? The divorce papers are out in the mailbox for you, so make sure to grab them before you head back to mom and dad's house.
So you guys even went ahead and prepared the divorce papers?
Of course we did.
There's even a letter in here from Roland for me.
He wrote about how he wants you to divorce him, right? As for myself, I would like to make Roland my husband before I end up giving birth to our baby. So could you please make sure to take those papers to the courthouse as soon as possible for me?
I see. All right, then. I'm going to take the papers there and drop them off right now.
What? Seriously?
In about 30 minutes or so, Roland will be going back to being a single man again.
Hooray!
This means that Roland can also be fired now as well, right?
What? What exactly do you mean by that? How come you said he could be fired now?
Goodbye.
Aspen? Aspen! Hey, what's going on here?
Okay, what is it?
Tell me what the hell Roland being fired from his job is all about. How could the CEO be fired from his own company like that?
Huh? You thought that Roland was the CEO of the company? Where did you end up hearing about that from?
That company is his father's company, right? And there is no way that he could be fired from his own company when he's the one that runs it all as the CEO now.
What are you actually going on about right now? Roland's father was only ever a basic office worker.
Huh?
So that's why you were saying something about me not having to worry about who would be taking over the company next, right?
What? But Roland said that... He said that he's the CEO and was made so after his father stepped down and retired. What?
So he still has the wrong idea then.
The wrong idea?
I explained things to him so many times, over and over again, yet he still didn't understand a thing.
What are you talking about, Aspen?
This company that Roland has been working for, right? Well, it just so happens to be the company our cousin Robert owns right now.
Wait, Robert? Robert's been running a company of his own for a while now?
Hold on, you never heard anything about this from anyone?
I never heard anything at all before about that. This is my first time hearing about it.
I think he actually started the company around 7 years ago or so. Then why would something like that lead to Roland thinking that he would become the CEO of the company soon? I'm not really sure where the best place to start explaining all of this to you would be. Let's start here. Around half a year before Roland and I got married to one another, his company he'd been working at before ended up having some major layoffs. And after that happened to him, he was having a really difficult time finding himself a new job. And so I went and spoke with Robert about giving him a job in his company. So he was really only able to start working for Robert because of the connections I made for him. Well, since that day he first started to work for Robert, a lot has happened with Roland. He got this idea in his head that Robert would be single for the rest of his life and never have anyone to give his company to after he left. And so Roland thinks that he'll be the next one in line, even though that's far from the truth.
Huh?
I've really been trying to comprehend whatever Roland has been thinking that's led him to that conclusion. Roland does have a little sister, right, but she's not even working in the same field as him. And since Robert doesn't ever want to get married, Roland thinks that he's never going to have kids, which is true to the best of my knowledge. And that leaves you and I as Robert's only cousins, right? In other words, the only ones who could really be in line next to take over his company would be me. And that crazy man who thinks he's going to be the CEO, even though Robert has never even said anything to him yet about it at all. I'm having a hard time understanding all of this. The reason why Roland has been fired from his last job wasn't even due to the layoffs anyway. He was fired because he couldn't do his job correctly.
What?
There is no way Robert would ever let Roland, a completely useless man, take over his company after him.
What the hell?
Well, now that you're aware of all that, and now that I've had to divorce Roland over you and him making a baby together and stealing my house from me, there is no reason for Robert to keep him in his company anymore. It's not like he was a full-time worker for the company anyway. He was only working close to 15 hours a week.
So he was part-timing?
If he had actually taken his work there seriously, then one day he would have been made into a full-time company employee.
No way. I thought that he was a way better option than my ex-boyfriend and would have a lot more money for me.
Huh? So that's your reason for going and stealing my husband from me?
That's right. Had I known the truth, had I been told the truth about Roland, I would have never even bothered with him. That's it. I just have to go and talk with Robert myself and convince him to hire Roland back into his company. Like you, I am also Robert's cousin, and that means that he would be happy to listen to all the things I have to say about why I took Roland from you and everything, right?
Wait, you really think that's going to happen?
Why do you say that?
Do you want to know why Robert is most likely never going to be with anyone ever again? 10 years ago, when he was just getting ready to marry his fiance, he found out that she'd been cheating on him with his friend, who went and stabbed him in the back and took her. Having to listen to someone like you now, who's doing something very similar to what his friend did, I don't think you're going to be able to get a word off in front of him before he tells you to screw off, right?
No way.
Well, now that I'm divorced from Roland, I have nothing to do with you both anymore. I'm cutting ties to you now as well, so you both actually screw off now and go figure all your troubles out yourself, please.
Wait a second.
There's one last thing. That house you're living in, I just finished having the lease on it canceled.
What? But isn't this the place under Roland's name?
At the very beginning it was. But after he was fired from his job and no longer making the money to be able to afford rent, I stepped in and paid it for him, while also putting my name down on the place as the sole tenant. And ever since then, I've been the only one paying the rent for it. Seems that even Roland himself forgot such an important thing happened, huh?
What the actual hell is going on here?
Now, I happen to still have a job to get to. I'm going to turn off my phone now.
Wait a second, Aspen! Early this morning, I went to the courthouse and handed the marriage papers. But I don't need a lousy husband like Roland anymore. I'll give him back to you now, so you do something about all of this. Aspen, please!
While I was ignoring all of my sister's cries for help, a lot of things happened between her and Roland. First, Roland and Lily tried to stay inside the house I ended the lease on, and would squat there for about 2 or so weeks before the owner of the property came and kicked them out. Of course, things weren't that easy for the owner, though. And so he had to call the police out to help him remove the two because neither one of them would leave the bathroom they locked themselves inside of. But after a few conversations with a kind officer about how them not getting out that day would only make matters worse, they opened the door, gathered everything, and left. Then Roland made the choice to have them both move all the way back to his folks' place, where they'd be staying for the time being. Lily really wanted to get a divorce from him so badly, but neither Roland or his parents would allow such a thing to happen. This led to Lily trying to contact me over and over again, asking for me to come and save her, but this time I'd had enough and ended up blocking her number. Not only was she locked in by the fact that she was still carrying his baby inside her, but she was now stuck inside his parents' house with no way out. The only issue with Lily, though, was that she could not do chores to save her life. The day after Lily had finally given birth to the baby, her mother-in-law took it from her and then started to talk with me again about how much she hated Lily and wanted her gone. But of course, I don't care about Lily, but what I would be taking was both Lily's and Roland's money in a divorce. As of right now, neither one of them ever has time to be around their baby, as they both have to work from sunrise to sunset every day, making the money they need to pay off the settlements, as well as try to move out of Roland's parents' house. I'm sure that's a very tough life for the both of them, but all they have to do is work their hardest for the time being. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.